Hello, Aries. It is Rebecca Empathic Crow. It's been a while since I've done zodiac readings, and I'm really excited to do these now. So I've already done Aquarius and Pisces. We are going to see what comes through for you. I do have personal private readings available. My style is that I don't typically do a spread. Sometimes I do. But most of the time I'm going to see what the story is. And we're going to go either past, present, future, or a lot of times the way it comes through is what's going on, how has it affected you, and what are things that you can do moving forward. That's always my goal, is that we are going to get to the point of what can you do moving forward? What is something that not necessarily it's positive, but it brings you empowerment. So having said that, Aries, I am looking forward to doing your reading. We've had various different things coming through so far. So I'm going to take a grounding breath. And we're going to ask my big four, God, my angels, my spirit guides, and my ancestors, what is going on for Aries? So this is, I am recording it in February 2026, but I am looking at the energy of February 2026 through March, the end of March 2026. So what does Aries, what's going on for Aries? What do I need to know to start out this reading for Aries? Well, we've got a lot of cards there. We're going to keep shuffling. They're being a little sticky. One stuck out, but then a whole bunch did. So, Aries, are you being a bit tricky? Are you feeling a little bit like you don't know which way you want to go? We're going to go ahead and start. It feels like you're being a little nostalgic, looking back at the past with the Six of Cups. So, we're starting out with looking at the past. There's something in the past. Let me look at this card. There's something in the past that's coming up again. My eye is immediately being drawn to this. There's the two kids right here, but I'm being drawn to this adult right here and the much more muted colors walking away. So it may be that there's some abandonment or rejection feelings that are coming up for you. These kids are very playful, but that adult is just kind of walking off. So that's just the first card though, Aries. Let's see what else comes through for you. What do we need to know about the Six of Cups? What's going on with the Six of Cups for Aries? What's coming up from the past? They're really being stubborn right now with coming out. So I think what I'm going to do, two more shuffles, and then we're going to switch. Okay. Two more shuffles. I guess got it. So Justice is coming out. So with this, again, like I said, there's something from the past and it's centered around this person walking away or feeling abandoned or feeling like someone wasn't there for you when you needed them. And so there's justice that's coming up. But with this justice, I feel like it's not like that person gets what you feel like they deserve or something. That was weird. Nothing happened with the lighting outside, so I don't know if that'll show up on camera. Sometimes it glitches and looks like I shift across the screen and it doesn't show up, so who knows. Anyway, we'll get back to this. I don't feel like this justice is like karma or consequences. I feel like this justice is that for you, you're working on balancing your emotions and your relationships, the way you respond to things. And I see that in this Two of Wands with the choices, like that you, like with this red, I'm seeing a lot of grounding and then the green heart chakra. So it's like getting grounded, balancing that heart and those emotions. And it is coming from an aspect of wanting to protect so that this, like I said, you see that person over here on this side of the card, like walking away, and those kids are just standing there, and it's almost like the older kid is entertaining or taking care of the younger one. So you may have been the parentified child, or you may have had a sibling that was kind of like a parent to you more than your parent. But it feels like kind of trying to take back that power and not let this dynamic continue to affect you. We've got the scales down here with the balance, and then he's got the sword in his hand, kind of cutting through. I'm seeing it as like cutting through those things in the past. Like what I'm seeing is somebody walking through like the outback, like in Australia, and they've got this, what is it, a Sith or something, scythe, and they're like cutting the tall grass and things like that around them so that they can navigate through. Like you're cutting through all the things that are making it harder for you to focus on what your choices and options are. So Aries, I'm seeing like fire right now, and just that you're using that fiery passion that you can have to be able to move through. And I'm holding wands right now. So yeah, you're taking your power back is what I'm seeing. With these roses, it's like recognizing that I'm not seeing it as like growth and new beginnings, even though that's part of it. But with it being on that tapestry or painted on there like a mural or something, I just see it as something that's always been within you. Like you've always been beautiful is what I hear. Why does the camera keep doing that weird lighting thing? We'll see if it comes up. And it's interesting. I usually look at the Two of Wands and I think about like opportunities presenting to you, but I look at this again. It's like you're looking back on the past. Like these are the places that I've been. This is what I've seen versus this is what's in front of me. And the camera's still glitching. Interesting. So it's time for something new. It's time for something new. Like even this gentleman in the Two of Wands, he's looking very contemplative as he's holding the world up. It's like, what do I want now? Because this is what I've already been through. It's still doing it. And I swear it doesn't look like I have the curtain open and the lighting is not changing. But I'm going to try to not get distracted by that. So for Aries, where does the focus need to shift? What's coming in for Aries? Goodness gracious. All right, so things that may have felt hidden or buried in the past are coming to light. And I know a lot of people talk about, yes, this is a lobster, but they see it kind of as like a symbol for Scorpio. For those of us that are Scorpio, you know, we're highly intuitive. We tend to live in the light and the darkness. And notice that with this moon, there is the moon, but there's also like a sun quality around it. So it's being able to find the balance with these two pillars, find supports, people that aren't walking away from you. You've already got the loyal supports around you. It's being able to discern who actually is there for you, which is similar to a message that we just had with Pisces about loyalty. Was it Pisces? I believe so. The thing about the zodiac readings, they start to run together after a while. But again, it's balancing your emotions, getting grounded and bringing your heart chakra in, allowing yourself to feel the balance, see the things, this path right here. Notice this is in the light, this part of the path is. This part of the path goes into the dark and it goes into the mountains. So it's recognizing that going forward, it's not to say that it's going to be sunshine, rainbows, easy journey, things like that, even though you've already been through some things. But you're coming at it through a different lens. You're coming at it with the knowledge of the things that happened in the past. There are things that will still surprise you. There are things that still may feel uncomfortable, but it'll be okay. With the Eight of Pentacles, you've been putting in the work to turn some of these things around. I hear like lifelong labor, which does not feel or sound very good. But like, because these feelings came through in childhood, like this is something you've been working on for a long time. And with the Pentacles, it's something that is a passion, a labor of love is what I keep hearing, a labor of love. And I'm trying to decide, is that something with your career? So you may have gone into a career where, even if it's indirect, like you try to help people, or even in your personal life, I just see you as a helper, like somebody who's like, no, this may have happened. And part of that justice is you cutting through the things for yourself now. But I feel like throughout your life, you've been someone, Aries, who you've tried to help others so that they wouldn't feel the same way that you did. They wouldn't experience things in the same way that you did. The castle keeps coming to me in this. So you've got the castle right in the background here, and in this card, the castle is all the way in the background. So you've separated yourself from that initial setting where you felt the abandonment and rejection. There's some kind of distance that you've put between yourself and that. And you may even be working on trying to navigate that as an adult, because the castle's still there. So those situations, those people may still be there, but you're figuring out how you handle it now versus when you were a child, because you're coming at it. Oh yeah, look, with these two figures, the red leggings with the brown shoes and the blue shirt, but you've got this child and then an adult. So you're still yourself, but you're coming through it and coming at it with a different view. Lots of green in this one. Like your heart was really open because you were a child. And then now it's like the green, the heart chakra is just off here in the back. I feel like you want to not completely abandon some of the things from the past, and you don't have to, but you're keeping it at a distance. So what do we need to know with that for Aries? Keeping it at a distance, things coming to light. We got the Three of Pentacles. Again, you've put in work and you've learned along the way, but I think it's getting out of just working mode, because like you're working on things. And part of that's going to be getting into this playfulness. So that's part of where the nostalgia is coming in. It's making sense. It comes together. In order for you to move forward, you've got to let that inner child come out and play. Aries, let the inner child come out and play. Look at these polka dots and look at the colors here, the red and the yellow. Being grounded, but also being playful. And red and yellow make orange, which is that sacral chakra color. So being able to be passionate, being able to be creative, and to have intimacy with others in a way that feels comfortable to you. And is that a heart? I don't think it is, but it almost looks like on the scroll here that there's a heart that's in there. So this is healing that inner child, healing your heart. Because what's in it for you if you do is the Ace of Pentacles. That you get what it is that you've been working for. That you're able to take all this hard work that you've been doing and turn it into... This is not the card that usually we would say make a wish with, but turning it into your wish. Like we have these little lilies here. What are they called? Lilies of the valley or something. And they're very beautiful. They're like bells, ringing the bell. You've got mountains in the background, but those mountains, they're in the background. The path can still lead to them, but you're in this very beautiful place that has like the hedges, like you've neatened it up a little bit. You've brought that green. Look at how much green is in there. You've brought that heart back in, but you've cultivated it. That's the word that I'm hearing. All I could think of was see you, cultivated. You cultivated it into something, or you are cultivating it into something that is going to bring you more joy and abundance. And again, I keep hearing wish fulfilled. All right, so we're going to move on to, let's see, am I feeling, we'll do the generic love cards that I got from Amazon. And with this, it's not always a relationship, but I like the fact that it brings out emotions. And then we have the inner child deck to kind of see 1414 on the clock when I was looking up. What are things that you can do to work on this? So we're going to look at, what does Aries need to focus on from this? What are things that you need to bring in or let go of? What do you need to let go of, I feel like, is, what are emotional states and things that need to be let go of? With this divine feminine, I'm seeing it, and it did come out reversed, as like letting go of that fear of seeing that feminine aspect, that nurturing aspect, as a weakness. There's a lot of times where people see divine feminine, that feminine energy, as being soft or weak. You know, in this energy, we definitely have that masculine putting in the work and working hard and pushing yourself. Same with the Three of Pentacles. But this is saying, understanding you don't have to be in that mode anymore. So giving up that worry that if you are more 15-15 on the clock, more nurturing or leaning into that heart, that you're going to get hurt. So we've got to let that go. And even in this, like, that shadow has a crown on. So knowing that you can still get that justice and balance and be in a more feminine energy. We all have masculine and feminine within us. So it doesn't matter whether you're male or female. So Aries, it's allowing yourself to be more balanced. You don't always have to be so hard and focused. You can allow yourself to be more gentle and nurturing, especially with yourself. Anything else that Aries would benefit from letting go of? All right, we're going to take that since it popped out. Breaking point, limit, final straw, overwhelmed. Yeah. So even with this Eight of Pentacles, you can put in the work, or that Three of Pentacles, you can put in the work, but you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to just focus on pushing through so much, not letting yourself feel like you can heal or nurture yourself or have more love and love of self and things like that. If you do, it's going to be the breaking point. You're not going to get to that Ace of Pentacles because you're going to be so focused on trying to do as much as you can. There's definitely a resistance. Now with this, because it is love cards, it says secret, admirer, suppressing, and timid. But I feel like the resistance is with that secret admirer, it's just not even allowing yourself to see the people who do see the light and the good in you, because of that fear that if you let your guard down, somebody's going to run away, which actually running is the next card. You're afraid that people are going to run. They're going to ghost you. They're not going to stay. They're going to become invisible. And that part of it is apology. So with that, it's forgiveness, return, and sorry. That's to yourself. You cannot control what other people do. You did not make whoever this person or the situation was. I feel like it's person that when you were a child was no longer in your life for whatever reason. It's not your fault, and you can't make people apologize, and you can't always understand the situation. There's not always a resolution. This is you being able to say to yourself, I apologize for the things that I did in fear that kept me from being in these relationships that felt more meaningful, or for not fully allowing myself to lean into it. Again, I'm seeing that divine feminine, to be softer and to feel like I could trust, because trust seems to be a big part of this Aries. And then twin flame, mirroring shared feelings, reflection. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. So whatever you believe about twin flames, this isn't talking about necessarily finding your twin flame, the one, soulmate, whatever. This is about you being able to allow yourself to show your feelings, to allow yourself to receive that love and that care, and to believe it. That's what this is about. All right, so we're going to pull one inner child oracle card, maybe two. I say one and then spirit pops out two sometimes at me. I say as I get two cards. All right, so what do we have for you, Aries? Interesting. One of the cards that popped out for Aquarius. So we have 4, be still. Cultivate a space of stillness and silence to just be. So we've got that moon over here, and the moon is kind of setting, and then we've got this beautiful rainbow up here. Excuse me. Again, showing that new beginning, that beauty. Like, this is a time where even with the emotions and everything, there's a lot going on, but it's understanding that you don't, I feel like the big thing is you don't have to figure it all out. Like, there's chaos all around, but you can be still. You can just focus on what you need to focus on. We have 13, which also breaks down to 4, so 4, 4, which is find your haven. There's a place of wonder waiting, just waiting for you. And again, we've got that castle image in the background. And we've got this butterfly over here on the mushroom, which symbolizes change. And then the mushroom kind of growing out of the dirt. I'm seeing like even like a lotus flower type image where it's like you pushed up through the mud. But this is a time for you to be still and to go into a space where you feel like you can just focus on you, which does require heart chakra and being softer, and allowing yourself to say, what do I have? What do I need right now? What has been supportive? What isn't supportive? And how do I move forward in this more, because I'm seeing this as, again, more childlike, but in a playful way. How do you get back? We talked about that in both of these cards. How do you get back to that more playful energy? Oh, there we go. And allow yourself, Aries, to just be yourself. So what is it that you need to be more playful, be more childlike, while still being an adult? It's all about balance, like I said. Allowing yourself to balance the masculine and the feminine energies within you, regardless of gender. And I think those are the big things. Self-love and self-worth. Knowing that your worth is within you. It's not about past situations or how other people treat you. You know your worth. All right, Aries, thank you for allowing me to hold space for you. Thank you for watching this. If any of this resonated with you, it is a general reading. It is for the collective. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Always leave me a comment to let me know if anything kind of hit, or if there's anything that the reading makes you think of. I love just hearing whatever it is that comes to your mind. And I do have private reads open and available. You can book them on my website, or send me a message and I can help you with that. But in general, just thank you so much. And I hope to see you again, maybe end of March or beginning of April. Take care.